Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the fifth match of Wilderness War, a triple threat match to crown the inaugural VWA Television Champion between JJ Sulick, Russ Robinette, and George Thornberry. If you are just now joining us, Wilderness War has been an awesome event so far. JJ Sulick making his entrance first. And again, this is a triple threat match, the first ever match contested for the VWA Television Championship. Russ Robinette making his entrance second. And George Thornberry making his entrance third. And the way this match works, ladies and gentlemen, all three men in the ring at the same time. There are no disqualifications and no countouts. The first man to score a pinfall or elimination will win the match. A pinfall or submission will win the match. There are no eliminations in this match. Again, the first man to score a pinfall or submission will be declared the winner. Nice action here. Russ gets behind JJ, goes to roll JJ up. Now, if you watched our previous match, the four-way Wild Man match, that match was a little different because that match had eliminations. This time, the first person to score a pinfall or submission gets the win. Meaning if, for example, JJ goes to pin Russ, George would have to stop the pin. Otherwise, JJ would get the win if he pinned Russ. Just as an example here. Now JJ twisting the arm. Big side kick to George. Now Russ getting caught up from George. Oh, there's a nice shin breaker. I think we got some pretty even action here so far. Russ gets behind JJ. JJ reverses with a Russian leg sweep. JJ gets behind Russ on a big surfboard stretch. Oh, now look at this. Oh, they got JJ. Oh, what a double team. And now George is going up to the top rope. Oh, and a big double stomp to JJ Sulick. Look at, oh my gosh, they're double teaming JJ like crazy. No, neither of them want JJ to win this match. JJ right away, getting ridiculously double teamed. George went up to the top rope. I think he's saying, never mind. Oh, but George, a big thrust and a double-handed face buster from behind. And now he's got JJ in a big sleeper hold. Russ is keeping a careful eye, making sure JJ doesn't pass out to give George the win. And now Russ, beautiful reverse DDT. JJ is taking some punishment as George locks in an ankle lock. But Russ, quick to break that submission hold up. JJ's already beat up enough where the match might have been over. And again, George locking in an ankle lock, but Russ stopping it. And now Russ is coming after George. A big schoolboy pin. George able to get the shoulder up to reverse it. Russ gets behind George. Beautiful shin breaker. Oh, George with a drop kick right to JJ's leg. And Russ lifts JJ up. Oh, but now it's Russ and George. George gets behind Russ. Beautiful German suplex. Irish whip to Russ Robinette. Went for a drop kick. Looks like he avoided it there. George Thornberry. Oh, look at these. He goes for the knees to the gut. Russ countered. Able to land a clothesline. JJ is just being largely ignored in this match, other than where he's being double teamed. Oh. JJ saying, to hell if I'm going to be ignored. Now he's got George. He gets behind George. Oh, but George was able to counter. And catches the foot of Russ, but Russ lands an enziguri. And now George has got JJ. Irish whip, stopped by Russ. JJ gets behind Russ, but Russ lands an elbow. George comes after Russ with these jabs. Russ reverses the jab, lands a big punch that takes George off of his feet, and Russ is feeling it. Russ showing great athleticism here. And he caught George with an RKO. He caught George with an RKO. Goes for the pinfall. JJ Sulick. It's like he Kamehameha'd Russ right off of George. And now Russ Oh, but there's JJ attacking George from behind. And Russ going for the clothesline to George. Oh, JJ with a back rake to Russ Robinette. And now look at JJ going for an Indian deathlock to Russ. Oh, man, that'll really damaging to the legs. Russ is able to get to his feet. Oh, man, George drop kicks Russ right into JJ's grapple. And JJ again, another back rake there. George lifting Russ up. Oh, and a drop kick right to the back of the knee. And now here comes JJ coming after George now. George caught him. Oh, big jumping front kick there. And Russ lifts JJ up. And JJ, oh, nice underhanded thrust there. JJ's got Russ again, gets behind him. And there's that surfboard stretch to Russ Robinette. Oh, man, really working the midsection there. JJ now with an Irish whip to Russ. Goes for that palm strike. Oh, but again, they're going to catch him, and they're going to hit JJ with a double power bomb. Knocking the wind right out of him. Oops. And now Russ, look at this. Oh, a beautiful sit-down power bomb. And he's holding JJ down, but JJ able to make the escape. And we are still recording here. Oh, JJ with a big side kick to Russ and a jab to George. Gets behind Russ. There's the surfboard stretch. And George is keeping a careful eye to make sure Russ does not tap out. That's smart by George. You know, George Thornberry, he didn't think Russ was going to submit and give the match to JJ, but he wanted Russ to take that damage. But Russ, perhaps realizing that, comes after George with a swinging neck breaker. Oh, JJ went for a chokehold to George. Russ was able to break it up before it got locked in. And again, these two guys, they really must not like JJ Sulick. A double power bomb. Oh, and George with a huge dragon screw. Russ looks like he went for something off the top rope, but he missed, which is going to wind him a little bit. JJ, oh, reverses. Had an armbar locked into George, but Russ breaks it up. And here we go. George Thornberry, knee to the gut, locks in a naked choke. Russ with a stomp to break the submission hold up because he realizes this is getting later on in the match when guys are more likely to submit easier because more damage has been done to their bodies. And now George has got Russ locked in the ankle lock. And again, Russ, he's touching the ropes, but it doesn't cause a break because there's no disqualifications in this match. Irish whip to George. George holds on to the ropes, but Russ still catches him and lands a punch right to the face. Oh, JJ a sumo strike. Russ with a punch. And now Russ has got JJ. Tries to hold him down in a backslide pin, but George breaks it up. And now George has got Russ. Trips him up. Oh, JJ caught George with a running DDT. And now Russ knocks JJ to the apron. George comes after Russ. What are we seeing here? George now again. He's got Russ locked in the ankle lock. Russ with nowhere to go. And JJ was smart to let the damage be done to the leg of Russ before coming after George and attacking him from behind. Russ puts George into the corner, goes after JJ. Beautiful shin breaker there. And now George has got JJ in a sleeper hold. Russ is trying to break it up. Russ does successfully break that sleeper hold up. Oh, and now it's George's turn to take a double power bomb from Russ and JJ. Big impact. And Russ, a big German suplex to hold him down, but George is able to get the shoulder up. Russ punches JJ to take him off his feet. Oh my. Oh, JJ gets behind Russ. Russ counters, gets behind JJ. Oh my gosh! Dropped him right on the back of his head. And immediately turns his attention to George and lands a pile driver. That's smart by Russ. Wow. Oh, but now JJ's got Russ. Turns him around. What are we going to see here? Lifts Russ up. Oh! It looks like he was going for a brainbuster, but George was able to interrupt the move because he realized that could be what it would take for JJ to put Russ away. Now George did the top rope. Biding his time. Abandoning it, perhaps realizing it wasn't worth the high-risk maneuver. Russ with an Irish whip to JJ. George and Russ, a double arm drag takedown there. George tried to steal the cover real quick, but Russ breaking it up. Not going to allow for that. And Russ is not happy with George for that because he's got George locked into these punches. Oh, my. Make sure we're still recording. Yes, we are. And now it's Russ going to take a double team, a double underhook drop from JJ and George. And he's got Russ locked into the ankle lock. JJ, biding his time, allowing the damage to be done to the leg. And now Russ clotheslines George right out of the ring. And JJ tries to quick get a pinfall victory there over Russ, but George is able to break the pin up. Smart action from all these guys. JJ reverses the Irish whip into a scissor sweep. Russ to his feet, elbows JJ for the reversal. And now George, look at George, he's trying to roll Russ up, while JJ's still groggy, but JJ's able to break it up, looks like. And now both, oh no, George, oh my, a double underhook drop. And JJ follows up with a big rolling leg drop to take George out. George with a throat thrust there. But now JJ's got him. Gets behind him. Oh, a big backbreaker. Russ is favoring the leg. Those repeated ankle lock attempts have really been paying off. Oh, and that's, speak of the devil, George drop kicks JJ right in the leg. And again. Oh, a double pile driver to JJ Sulick. I believe JJ's taken by far the most double teams in this match. Oh, George, smart by George. Backing up there to avoid being attacked. Look at Russ. Oh, man, that was a lot going on right there. George to the top rope. He's got JJ. Oh, what a German suplex. And a big stomp, and JJ coming in. Or George, rather, comes in and attacks JJ. Oh, there's JJ. Quickly puts George into the corner with a sumo chop, and now he's coming after. Russ has got JJ caught with the armbar. George breaks it up. Both JJ and Russ get to their feet. And now Russ is going to try and roll him up, but George is going to stop that pinfall attempt. And Russ kicks George right in the face. And JJ takes the leg out of Russ. This is getting fast-paced, ladies and gentlemen. Backbreaker to Russ Robinette by JJ Sulick. JJ with a snapmare to Russ, lifting him up to his feet. And now Russ has got JJ. JJ reverses. Big Russian leg sweep. And now George, Irish whip to JJ. Goes for the drop kick. JJ was able to dodge the blow and come after. Oh, but now JJ's caught in the middle. Oh! And look at Russ. Oh my gosh. But George is going to break it up. There's a big thrust from George and a kick from JJ to put Russ on the apron. And JJ reverses an attempted grapple by George into a Russian leg sweep. And now Russ stomping. And look at George taking beatings here. Oh my. And now Russ has got George. Oh, a big German suplex. Pardon the interruption in the broadcast. We are back here. Russ has got JJ. Tries to roll him up. Smart, but George Thornberry comes in to break the pin up. And Russ with a kick right to the face of George. And Russ is just feeling it. JJ. He's got George in a big submission hold. Look at, oh my. George and JJ fighting back and forth. Russ is trying to suplex from JJ. Making sure we're still good here. Yes, we are. And look at this. Russ with an Irish whip. Oh, a running knee to the gut from Russ Robinette. Innovative offense. But JJ coming in. Look at this. There's the palm strike. But Russ caught him in an armbar that George quickly breaks up. Fast-paced action from these three guys. Each of these three guys wants that television championship to call their own. JJ with a beautiful sidekick to Russ Robinette. And it looks like JJ has both these guys where he wants them. He knocks George off his feet. And JJ, he lands the impaler. George has got to get there. No way. Oh, George, just in time. JJ really almost stole it there. Irish whip. And perhaps George realizes this. Oh my holy gosh. No way. No way. Oh, JJ, he would miss. He would oh my gosh. And this is... No way. No way. Oh! Close stuff. What we saw there was Russ lifting George up for an attempted double team, and JJ went for a doomsday device, but he freaking missed. As only JJ can. And now JJ trying to steal it, but Russ gonna break the pinfall attempt up now. Really think we gotta be in the end game here. A double pile driver to JJ Sulick. These guys, his body can only go so long. JJ countered. Palm strike. George reverses into an armbar that Russ immediately breaks up, recognizing the danger. What just happened? Well, Russ came out on top in that exchange. Oh, no he didn't, because JJ lands that palm strike. And now Russ... Oh, look at JJ. Turns him around. Drops him on his back. Lifts him up. And now they've got Russ. Double underhook drop. And George trying to quickly steal the cover. JJ not going to allow that to happen. And now George gets behind JJ. A beautiful German suplex. A pinfall attempt that Russ breaks up now. These guys have taken some damage. Look at Russ favoring the leg very strongly. George has got him. Oh, there's that big thrust to the throat. And that could be it, but JJ stopping the pinfall attempt. Oh, big karate strike there. That'll knock the wind right out of you. And now Russ, big punch right to the face of George Thornberry. George able to get to his feet. Goes for the leg sweep. Now JJ's got George. Irish whip. What are we going to see? A stare down. And Russ catches JJ with a big face buster. George lifts him up, but JJ counters with a Russian leg sweep. And George, a kick right to the face of JJ. Russ reverses, punches JJ. And now Russ has got George. Oh, what a sit-down powerbomb. It looks like he was going for a pinfall attempt that JJ wisely broke up. George a drop kick right to the leg. Oh, and Russ lifts the knee. And now JJ following up with these strikes. Look at this. Beautiful side kick. George to the top rope. But JJ going for a cover. Oh, but Russ. I don't know if Russ kicked out or George stopped it or maybe somewhere in the middle. But that was a close call. And now they've got Russ in a double pile driver. And George gonna go to steal the win with a pinfall attempt, and JJ's gonna counter it, and he's gonna slam George's head into the mat, only to have Russ break it up. High drama triple threat here. There's that. Oh my gosh. Oh! A double power bomb, excuse me, to JJ Sulick. And what are we gonna see here? George Thornberry. There's the running knee! Running knee to Russ Robinette. And JJ's gonna come in and try and steal it. George is not gonna allow that to happen. And now George, another running knee to JJ. And now it's Russ who's gonna try and steal it. And George. And that's gonna do it! That's gonna do it! George Thornberry! Unbelievable! George Thornberry with 2 running knees to JJ and then to Russ. And as each man tried to steal it, George was able to stomp Russ right in the back of the midsection, which I believe winded Russ and allowed George to get the pinfall victory. Look at this stomp one more time. I believe he stomped Russ right in the small of the back. Oh, man. And after having already been previously damaged from that running knee, George will get the pinfall victory over Russ Robinette. Look at that glitch right there. Look at this stomp one more time. Looked like he didn't even hit him. Maybe the running knee just took Russ off his game long enough. But either way, George Thornberry pins Russ Robinette, wins the triple threat, and becomes the inaugural VWA Television Champion. Congratulations to George Thornberry.